We're so glad you've decided to spend time with us right here inside the pages of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Today we're saluting our Paralympians who are up for special recognition at this year's National Honours and Awards Ceremony. And as we observe World Mental Health Day, we'll give you tips on how to overcome depression. Stay with us for this Friday's edition of Jamaica Magazine.
Chikungunya is a viral infection transmitted when an Aedes aegypti mosquito bites an infected person and then bites someone else. Symptoms include high fever, headache, joint pain, muscle pain, and rash. If you suspect that you've been infected, take paracetamol such as Panadol, Cetamol, and Tylenol. Infants, children under 5 years old, pregnant women, the elderly, persons with sickle cell, and chronic illnesses such as diabetes and cardiovascular disease are at risk for more severe symptoms and must see a doctor for proper evaluation and monitoring. Fortunately, most cases of CHIKV are mild, but if your symptoms worsen, you need to see a doctor. For more info, call 1-888-1-LOVE from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. That number again, 1-888-663-5683.
Good day, I'm Carrie Ann Smith and this is your JIS News for Friday, October 10. Government has released another $350 million towards ridding the country of the chikungunya virus. This is in addition to the $150 million that was allocated last week to destroy mosquito breeding sites and carry out other intervention measures.
The increased expenditure is a step in the right direction, but this is not a problem that will be solved only by money. I call on every single Jamaican to get involved by keeping their surroundings free of debris and materials which serve as breeding sites.
Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller gave the update during a press briefing at Jamaica House Thursday. She assured the nation that there was enough paracetamol available, free of cost, at public health facilities, in addition to the supplies at private retail outlets. The Prime Minister also announced extended opening hours at some health centres in the hardest-hit parishes of St. Thomas, St. Catherine, Kingston and St. Andrew. Mrs. Simpson Miller promised to provide regular updates on the government's response. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, meanwhile, is doing its part to rid the country of mosquito breeding sites. The Police High Command has directed all police stations to engage in a cleanup exercise and help stem the spread of the chikungunya virus.
I think it has been successful so far, but as you know, we have to try to stay with the program and ensure that we don't just do it for one day, but we do it on an ongoing basis.
While lending his hand at the Half a Tree station this week, the police commissioner revealed that some members of the JCF had been affected by CHIKV, but said it had not hampered the operations of the force.
We have been able to field our patrols and carrying on with all the functions that we do. And it is because we have been taking care of our surroundings.
Government is also stepping up its planning for the prevention and effective management of the Ebola virus should it present itself on the island.
The Ebola Contingency Action Plan includes the Ministry of Health and ADPEM, which is receiving logistics coordination support from the Jamaica Defense Force and public safety and law and order enforcement support from the Jamaica Constabulary.
The Prime Minister told journalists on Thursday that sensitization and refresher training on operation procedures and protocols were being held with first responders and other stakeholders. She also assured that the country had adequate stocks of protective gears for health workers and others, and said quarantine facilities and equipped isolation wards were being established. Efforts have also been initiated to acquire necessary screening equipment for the island's ports of entry, while international partners have been engaged to assist the island with prevention planning, response preparedness and surveillance.
Jamaicans are being encouraged to take action as part of our personal responsibility in this situation. Avoid traveling to Ebola-affected countries and regions, and truthfully declare your travel history when arriving and departing the island.
In other news, Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller is encouraging more local manufacturers to go into cassava production.
Greater levels of investments are required to realize the enormous possibilities of the production of cassava starch and other products along the value chain. These include flour, bami, bread, paper, pills, and other pharmaceutical products.
Mrs. Simpson Miller was speaking on Wednesday as she toured Red Stripe's Spanish Town Road plant. The beer company has embarked on an extensive cassava farming project to use starch from the tube in its beer production. The cassava project is expected to employ 2,000 student farmers and put 2,500 acres of land into production over the next 3 to 5 years. And finally, the Jamaica Bauxite Institute, JBI, will continue a partnership with the Japanese company Nippon Light Metal to extract rare earth elements from red mud. These elements are vital in the manufacturing of smartphones, plasma screens, wind turbines, satellites, and other high-tech products. On Tuesday, the JBI and Nippon Light Metal signed a collaboration agreement to formalize the 2-year research and development arrangement. This will ensure that the rare earth element pilot plant in Hope Gardens, St. Andrew, continues to be operational. Both entities also signed a termination agreement to formally end the pilot project and transfer full ownership of the plant to the JBI. A patent agreement was also signed, giving the JBI and Nippon equal rights to the 2 patents developed from previous research. Portfolio Minister Philip Paulwell said the project was successful.
It does represent breakthrough technology, and that this is a fine example of collaboration between Japan and Jamaica. So it does represent for us a tremendous advance in the relationship between Japan and Jamaica.
And that's it for GIS News today. I'm Carrie Ann Smith. Thanks for watching.
Senior citizens, the elderly, whatever you call them, they are valuable. A group of precious individuals who have laid the foundation for future generations. Treasure them, respect them, show them love and kindness, care for them. Sit with them and listen to the stories of yesteryears. Learn from their experiences. Or senior citizens, important assets to the Jamaican society.
The month of October is a special one for many reasons. It's the month we celebrate our heritage and reflect on our national heroes. It's also the month in which outstanding Jamaicans receive special recognition at the National Honors and Awards Ceremony on Heroes Day. This year, approximately 230 persons will be acknowledged for exceptional service in various areas of national life. Up next, we feature 3 Paralympians who will receive the Order of Distinction for outstanding contribution to sport.
It's ability that matters, not disability. This is the personal philosophy of so many Jamaicans who are living, thriving, and even excelling with disabilities. Among them, 3 of our nation's athletes who have received the Order of Distinction for their contribution to the field of sport. Tanta Mandela Campbell was born with only 4 fingers on his right hand and 2 on his left. It's a congenital deformity that also affected his legs. Shortly after birth, the decision was taken to amputate both his legs.
I was in the institution here at Mona Rehab at the age of 5. They started the program in 1996. It was there before, but they resumed it back. What happened is that we have to participate in other activities such as sports. And then at the 2001, I decided to take part in athletics by going to the field events. However, I continued training. I got selected in 2002 to be a part of a national team at the athletics level. And from there, the journey starts.
Like many Jamaicans who live with a disability, Tanta Campbell had his share of challenges.
I went to Oak Valley Primary School. What happened is that at that time we are ignorant to this disability. So they will tease you, trouble you, but eventually you get over that hump and you meet some friends, and friends start to understand the disability. Then after that, I graduated from the primary school and go to Papin High School, where I'm the president I become the president of the student council body. And you know, I gained that respect by, you know, socializing, to show them not be afraid, you know, and they respect me for that.
He eventually got his big break in 2001 when he moved from national competitions to the world stage. And it is at this level that he has brought glory to his country, gaining a host of medals throughout his career. Like Tanto, Alphonso Cunningham got his start at the Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center, more commonly referred to as Mona Rehab. They call him Ambassador, a good name for a man who has done an excellent job representing his country.
I used to see the senior guys used to throw the field events and stuff, so I used to go out there and pick up for them. But then I enjoy it because that was my thing. I like the challenge thing, like basketball, you know, the contact sports and stuff. So when I look at field events, I'm like, that's throwing out. And I thought I have to throw like way over the wall or something to really get a medal or be a champion. But, you know, by my coach, Never Sinclair, you know, he taught us that no, you know, it's not like that. We have different categories. I do it in 2003, and then I get picked on the team. He said he qualified for the British Opening in Birmingham, England, where I won 2 gold in javelin and discus.
As a Paralympian, Alphonso has won some major awards in his illustrious career, including gold in the discus throw at the 2003 World Games in Birmingham, England, gold in the discus at the 2011 Pan American Games in Mexico, and gold in javelin at the 2012 Paralympic Games in London. In 2014, he also won at the Athens Paralympic Games in Greece and set a world record in the discus throw. Sylvia Grant is another record-breaking Paralympian. She remains Jamaica's most decorated female Paralympian with more than 25 years of experience in the field of sport. Her medals include silver in both the pentathlon and javelin events at the 1988 Paralympics in Korea, gold in the discus throw in 1999 at the Pan American Games Mexico, and gold again in the USA America's Cup in discus in 2010.
When I used to go to Oak Valley Experimental, I used to do track, and I was good at it. And then I see them out here do swimming, basketball, field events, and a lady in it named Minette Wilson. She said, you can come and join it, you know. And I said, all right, and I tried. And when I tried, the team was going to a Pan Am game. I never get picked. But I never feel any way. And then professor said, okay, 88, you're not going to miss this one. And when I went to the 88 in Seoul, I get 3 silver medals. The first one was pentathlon. And what is a pentathlon? You have to do 5 events. Javelin, discus, shot put, and 200 and 1500.
Sylvia has overcome great odds to be where she is today. Abandoned by her parents because of her condition, she found a home and family at Mona Rehab.
It was rough. I was born at Port Antonio Hospital. My mom leave me here when I was 3 months old and never come back. I feel great because what I am coming from, a mother don't take care of me. You know, I grew up here at the hospital. And when I receive all of those medals, I feel so great.
Today, Sylvia is a mother, grandmother, and star athlete who got the keys to the city of Kingston in December 2013. Tanto, Alphonso, and Sylvia have all excelled in their field, but they're especially happy to be receiving national honors.
I feel good. I feel good about it because right now I'm glad that they're recognizing the disabled now for getting everything now. They put us in it now, so I feel grateful for that.
It is superb. Why I say that? Because finally they recognize different able. Not that different able person did not achieve other national awards, but at least we are getting the recognition. It's a great achievement, and hopefully can encourage other different able to come in, not only sports, but you know, contribute to something else.
Me and Tantu, Sylvia, the rest of Paralympians, making that drive to continue to do well, continue to inspire people, continue to just make an impact on people's life and giving back and show them, you know, there is a hope through sports, through any little thing you're doing, just believe in yourself and know you can do it.
If I could reach higher, just for one moment touch the sky. There'll be a better tomorrow. 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 There'll be a day. There'll be a way. There'll come a time to sing a brand new song. There'll be a better tomorrow.
World Mental Health Day, observed internationally to raise awareness of the need for focused attention on mental well-being as part of overall wellness. Today, October 10, we join the global family and remind you that there's no good health without good mental health. In this next feature, we consider one of the most common mental health issues, depression. Watch now and see what you can do to overcome it.
Depression is a medical condition that affects 18 to 40% of the Jamaican population. That's according to a study by the Ministry of Health. We spoke with Dr. Earl Wright, a former director at the Health Ministry.
The medical condition called clinical depression or major depression in Jamaica, our research shows that it affects approximately 18% of the general population. And in people who are medically ill, it increases to 22 to 30%. This condition usually shows itself by problems with sleeping, problems with eating. You go to bed at 7 o'clock and at 1, 2 o'clock you are still awake, or you might go to bed at 7 o'clock and 7 o'clock the next morning you pull the cover over your head and say, I don't want to get up out the bed today.
There's also a difficulty in concentrating, which may result in a pileup of house or office work. Persons may become irritable quite easily and stop taking pride in their appearance. A feeling of sadness or worthlessness may also manifest itself.
You should have the feeling sad most of the time, most days, for 2 weeks or more, the same thing, not enjoying things that you used to enjoy, problems with sleeping, eating, problems with guilt, feeling that all the things that happened earlier in your life, you recreate them in your life, and also concentration and thoughts of death and suicide.
Persons might also go into withdrawal mode and lack interest in sexual activities. Now, various factors contribute to persons being depressed. The experts call them stressors. These might include violence, motor vehicle accidents, and natural disasters. One main stressor that might precipitate major depressive disorder, however, is money. If you realize you have any of the previously mentioned symptoms continuously for about 2 weeks, the medical experts advise that you visit your doctor for a checkup. If it's mild, talk therapy along with a reduction of the stressors as a first step. However, if it's severe, the doctor may recommend the use of antidepressants so that your mood may be modified to deal with your situation.
They should manage their stress so that they are always able to deal with the problems. The problem doesn't accumulate and doesn't lead to mental and physical problems.
Still depressed? Try this.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Exercise is also very important because exercise increases the good chemicals in your brain.
And nothing beats a good laugh.
Also, on a regular basis, need to have time for yourself. You should have at least 15 to 30 minutes each day when you're not dealing with anybody, you're just dealing with you. There's nothing in life that happens to you that you can't learn something from. So even if the stressor seems overwhelming to you, you can reframe it and ask yourself, what can I learn positively from this situation?
And the government has taken steps to identify persons who may be going through a state of depression and offer assistance where needed. A screening instrument has been adapted and standardized to screen Jamaicans who seek medical attention in a public health facility. Two main questions mostly asked. Have you been feeling depressed over the past 2 weeks? Have you not been enjoying things that you used to enjoy over the past 2 weeks?
If the answer to any one of those are positive, then you move to asking the other question to meet the criteria for depression. All health centers throughout the island, the medical doctors have been trained to administer the instrument and also to treat depression.
If it so happens that your depression requires the use of antidepressants, avenues have been created for you to access the drugs.
All antidepressants are on the NHF list and are therefore accessible to the general population.
Schools, colleges, businesses need research material for the upcoming heritage celebrations? Look no further. The Jamaica Information Service has all the heritage items you need. Books, flags, posters, CDs and DVDs. Don't wait until the last minute. Get your material today. Visit the Jamaica Information Service at 58A Halfway Tree Road, Kingston, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on Fridays. Come in, call or click to place your order. Email research@jis.gov.jm or call 926-359024.
October is Heritage Month, the time of year when we focus on our traditions, from food to music, dance and art, our national heroes, everything that makes us proud to be Jamaican. Students at Jonathan Grant High are embracing our motto, out of many, one people, exploring unique Jamaican flavors in their culinary invasion.
Today on School Zone, it's all about food. Yes, we are at the Culinary Invasion at the Jonathan Grant High School. Promises to be quite a scrumptious episode, and I hope you learn a thing or two. Do stay with us. Cooking for dummies? Not quite. More like cooking for budding chefs and caterers. An invasion of pots, pans, and flavors over to the Jonathan Grant High School as students learn the fine art of cuisine.
Nowhere else will you go and see such an event. Any event that comes after this, they're just copying what we are doing. Shall we praise the Lord? We're going to have a Bunununus affair today.
The Culinary Invasion is the brainchild of a Jonathan Grant past student, and it exposed students to an array of key culinary skills, including cake decorating, fish deboning, fruit carvings, and etiquette training.
This is the school that made me who I am today, and I am very proud, I must tell you. I have always said, how can I give back? And I know it's almost sort of a guilty feeling. I said, what can I do? I need to do something for my school. So I went on the road that I know best, and I know how to cook. So I said, let me see if I can get some team of persons together.
And trust me, it was no divvy team that came on board. Major chefs, culinary experts, and sponsors came together to teach the students important information while bringing out their culinary expertise.
The team at Jonathan Grant High School have partnered with us at Grace for many years. Many of the past students are chefs and have been guests on creative cooking. Happy for us to come on board to partner with them today, and we have given them some food supplies and we contributed 2 blenders, to today's events.
We'll be giving out gift certificates to students, those students who have been excelling in terms of food and catering. The gift certificates are cash gift certificates from as low as $1,000 to as high as $10,000, dependent on the performance of the students.
Right now I'm making a salsa. I have chosen to use items from Jamaica. I'm a lover of using items from Jamaica. So I have Otaheite apple that is oftentimes overlooked, and I'm going to use to make a salsa. So I'm going to use red pepper, green pepper, some tomato. I'm going to also for the Jamaicanize, I put a little bit of papaya in there.
Well, the culinary invasion is a big exposure towards the Jonathan Grant Home Economics students, and I feel that it will expose not only the Home Economics students but persons that are not in the Home Economics department. It will help persons to know how to prepare foods for themselves without going out looking in a cookbook or so.
What I'm doing is just showing them how to decorate a wedding cake. They can use that home to do your own stuff, or they can use it to do their career-wise. So I'm showing them the basics so they can run with it.
Once you're slicing, it's like you're feeling the bone while you're doing it. See? Alright, we get all the meat of both sides of the fish. So it's pretty clean. But we don't normally in the hotel or in the industry, we don't throw this out. As I said before, we use this to make a stock that is a base for a soup or a sauce. Okay? Alright, in Jamaica we normally do fish tea.
Learning how to set a table for meals and functions.
Vegetable with the fruits. Give me a buckle of spirulina and make me mix up the roots with Medina. Come off a tour and me feel weak, so me go a whoop road and go link fever. Hey, give me a buckle of spirulina. Sweet Jamaica, we not left ya. Don't be a key on my saltfish, we not left ya.
And that's it for this Friday's edition of Jamaica Magazine. Do remember to view our features at jis.gov.jm, follow us on Twitter at JIS News, and send your feedback to Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm. I'm Adrian Atkinson, and this has been Jamaica Magazine. Another program comes your way tomorrow. Until then, do take care, and thank you for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.